Welcome to The Soft Life with me, Candy Washington, where we explore all things self love, manifestations, and relationships with a cheeky dash of pop culture news. So be sure to subscribe, share, and join us on Patreon. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Soft Life podcast with me, Candy Washington. So, before we dive into today's episode, which is becoming that girl, we've all seen it on Instagram, on TikTok, it's basically everywhere. So, when we say that girl, we mean the girl or the guy who is truly embodying and living their best life, their dream life. They are a walking Pinterest board. They have that charismatic, magnetic energy, essence. They are confident. They are clear in who they are, and they are getting what they want, and they are living their life on their own terms. So, I'm going to give you a step by step guide on how you can become that girl starting today and especially into the new year of 2024. So, before we dive in, don't forget that if you need additional support, we have our self love, our lifestyle design, and our manifestation courses. You can visit candywashington.com/courses, and it's also linked down below in the description box and the show notes. You can also shop the Soft Life collection. We have some hoodies, we have some sweatshirts, we have joggers, we have some home decor stuff as well. So definitely be sure to grab some goodies. And again, it's linked down below. And don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review the Soft Life podcast wherever you listen to your podcast, on Apple Podcast or Spotify. It really helps to grow the show, and it helps for other people to find the show. So if you have the time, I would love for you to definitely rate and review the show as well. And don't forget, we also have our free self love guide, and you can grab everything down below. So, with that, let's dive right on in. So, becoming that girl. To me, it's really 5 steps. The first is give yourself permission to romanticize your life. The second is getting clear on how you want to feel in your life. I think sometimes we start with what does it look like? What does our life look like? What do I have to get for it to have this dream life? What do I have to get to be that girl? But we actually want to take a step back and think about how do I want to feel? How do I want to experience this life? And that should really be our starting point. Next, you then want to step into your authenticity, and then you want to become her now. We're not waiting anymore. We're not putting our joy off. We're not putting our happiness off. We are getting it today and right now. Okay. And then the fifth is give yourself permission to be flexible and to expand. And I think sometimes we really, really miss this part of the journey, and I'm going to go and do a deep dive on each one. So let's start with number 1, giving yourself permission to romanticize your life, okay? So when it comes to becoming that girl, the first thing I want you to do is write yourself a letter of self forgiveness. This is where I want us to start. Write yourself a letter of forgiving yourself and others for any past mistakes, experiences, traumas, letdowns, or mindsets. Maybe you've had limiting beliefs about yourself or low self esteem or feeling of unworthiness. I want you to write a letter of self forgiveness and forgiveness of others. Whatever comes to mind, you can just do like a mind dump and let whatever comes to mind pour out. Certain journal prompts could be I haven't forgiven myself for dot, dot, dot because dot dot dot. I haven't forgiven my mother. I haven't forgiven my sister. I haven't forgiven my husband. I haven't forgiven my best friends. I haven't forgiven my boss, whoever it is. Whoever are the people in your life that have hurt you or disappointed you or any type of those feelings, get it out. I haven't forgiven this person because of this. And then I want you to forgive yourself and I want you to forgive them. Not because you are saying that anything that they did to you is okay or that it was somehow your fault. No, absolutely not. But we're forgiving because it's time to let it go. It's time to stop letting anything that you've done, anything that you haven't done, anything that someone has done to you, or anything that somebody hasn't done for you. It's time to let it go so you can take away its power to sabotage your joy now and sabotage that girl that you are becoming. It doesn't let them off the hook. It lets you off the hook. Okay. So I want you to start with just a letter of forgiveness. And we're not going to dwell in this space. I don't want to go down too far of a deep of a hole trying to heal and unpack and, work through all of the trauma and all that. We're not going that deep. We are just going to get it out there, what has been on your mind, forgive yourself, because you don't want to dwell in this place, because you don't want it to start to consume you. You don't want to get consumed by the quote healing process and confronting all of the demons. You want to acknowledge it because you want to have the self-awareness, and through self-awareness and through the acknowledgement of it and through the letting go of it, that's how you take its power away. That's how you reclaim your power back. But when you ruminate in it, that's when you get stuck. So we don't want you to be stuck in this step. And feel free to do this step more than once. If you are like, you know what, I'm still thinking about things from the past that are bringing me down, or, there's things that I've done or I haven't done that makes me feel not good enough, that makes me feel unworthy, write a letter again. You can rip it up after, you can burn it, you can flush it down the toilet, you can do whatever you want, but do something that symbolizes releasing it. Sometimes people even keep it to reread it if they want to let it go again. But do something that symbolizes you're getting it out of you and you're getting it out, okay? The next is I want you to meditate or journal on becoming open and ready to receive. Now, when we are going into our that girl or that guy era, we are going into it from a place of, I deserve to be happy. I deserve to have my desires come true. I deserve to live my dream life. I deserve for good things to happen to me. I deserve to be a priority, right? And if you need to know how to get into an energetic place of deservingness, you have to start with being open to receive. And a lot of people are closed off to receiving. They are heavy, heavy in their masculine. They think they have to do, they think they have to control, they think they have to get, they think they have to grind, they think they have to hustle. And that is not true. The easiest way to usher in your next level, to usher in the next version of yourself is through the law of least resistance. And that is being open to receive. That is being open and ready for things to come to you, for things to flow to you, for you to elevate. So give yourself permission to be the main character of your life, because when you have that main character energy, when you're that girl, when you're that guy, things just happen for you. People show up for you, opportunities chase you down, things just fall into your lap. That's that lucky girl syndrome. You're just lucky. Things just happen for you because you're open and you're ready to receive them, and you have no resistance from them flowing easily and effortlessly into your life and into your experience. Also, give yourself permission to make your own well being your first and best priority. That is something that I have learned, and it has fundamentally changed my life. How I feel, my well being is my first and best priority above all else. Doesn't mean I am selfish in a toxic way. It doesn't mean I purposely hurt people. It doesn't mean any of those things. It's not to the detriment of other people, it's for the betterment of myself. You know, how I feel, my well being, my peace, my joy, my stability is my first and best priority, and it is my number one responsibility. Make it yours. Some affirmations that you can use is, my life gets to be easy. I deserve to be happy. I matter. I am enough. The world shows up for me because I show up for myself. Find some good affirmations that work for you and repeat them, until it truly resonates with you. And these exercises are to empower you to let go of any guilt, any guilt or any feeling of unworthiness or any feeling of unforgiveness towards yourself, putting yourself first, forgiving yourself, and having love for yourself isn't selfish. It is the most radical act of self perseverance. And it is the most radical act of gratitude to whatever entity you believe in for giving you this life. You have your one unique life, and the most profound way to show gratitude for it is to take care of yourself and to love yourself and show yourself forgiveness and compassion. Okay? Now that's step 1. Step 2 is to get clear on how you want to feel. How do you want your life to feel? Now, again, get out your journey, get out your journal. And for each aspect of your life, I want you to journal on, I want to feel dot, dot, dot. And then in each bucket, write out how you want to feel. In your physical and health appearance, you could say, I want to feel healthy. I want to feel strong. I want to feel sexy. I want to feel confident in my own skin, right? Financial status. I want to feel financial abundance. I want to feel secure in my finances. I want to feel that I can buy and do whatever I have whenever I want to. I want to feel that more money is always coming in than it's going out. Romantic relationship. I want to feel supported. I want to feel loved. I want to feel chosen. I want to feel claimed. I want to feel respected. I want to feel adored. I want to feel pursued, right? How do you want to feel in your romantic relationships? Your living situation. I want to feel safe in my own home. I want to feel happy and proud in my new apartment. I want to feel supported by my roommates that I live with, or whatever the case is. I want to feel accomplished living in my condo. I want to feel at peace living by the sea. I want to feel energized living in the city. How do you want to feel? How do you want your home to feel, your apartment, your condo, the city or the country or the farm, by the sea, by the mountains, like wherever it is that's right for you? How do you want to feel when you wake up in the morning and you open your eyes and you look around? How do you want to feel? And this is really your guiding place. This is really where you want to start, okay? Type of lifestyle. I want to feel free. I want to feel, that I'm living a luxurious life. I want to live a wealthy life. I want to live a purposeful life. I want to live a soft life. I want to live a simple life. I want to live whatever. What type of life do you want to live? And how do you want to feel? I feel at peace in my life. I feel that my life has meaning. I feel inspired by the life that I live in my surroundings. What kind of lifestyle do you want? Some people want to be single. Some people want to be married. Some people want to be a parent. Some people want to live, in the city. Some people want to live in a farm, whatever the case is. What kind of lifestyle do you want? Some people want to go out every single night. Some people want to stay in. Some people want to travel, you know? What kind of lifestyle? Some people want to go to concerts, What kind of lifestyle do you want to live? That's really important. And how does that lifestyle make you feel? Think about your career path. I want to feel respected in my chosen field. I want to feel seen. I want to feel validated. I want to feel wealthy. I want to feel at peace with it. Or maybe some people don't want a career path, and that's not even a bucket for them. They just want to have generational money, or they want to win the lottery, or they want their spouse to work and they don't have to. No matter what it is that you want, that is okay, because this isn't going to look the same for everybody. And we're going to get into more of that in the upcoming steps, right? Think about your friendships. I want to feel supported in my friendships. I want to feel that my friends are genuine. I want to feel that there is no drama, that there's no gossip in my friendships. I want to feel that my friendships are trustworthy. I want to feel that I can laugh. I want to feel like I can be myself with my friends. How do you want your friendships to feel? You know, I want my friendships to be healthy, right? I want to feel that my friends value me. So, how do you want your friendships to feel? And then, how do you want your family dynamics to feel? How do you want your mother, your relationship with your mother or your father or your sister or your brother or your cousins or whatever it is. How do you want those things to feel? And sometimes it's, I want to feel that I love them from afar and that is enough. Because it's okay to create boundaries with anybody, even if they are your family members. It's still okay to create boundaries with them and don't feel like you're doing anything wrong or you're being selfish or you're being mean or you're holding a grudge because you're creating boundaries with people, whether they're your family or not. So it's okay to say, I feel the safest when I love my family at a distance. That's okay too, or you can say, I want to feel supported in my family. I want my family to feel healthy, whatever it is. I want my family to feel like a safe place for me. You can put that too, whatever you want. How do you want your family dynamics to feel? Okay. And then think about personal development and self growth. I want to feel, I want to lovingly accept myself. I want to have confidence. I want to have self esteem. I want to have sound mind. I want to have a peaceful heart. I want to have a calm spirit. I want to have discernment. I want to have healthy communication skills. I want to have a healthy relationship with my body, a healthy relationship with my thoughts and my mind. I want to learn A, B, C, D, E, F, G, whatever it is. What are the things that you want to feel when it comes to your relationship to yourself? That's really what personal development and self-growth is. It's learning the tools to have a loving relationship with yourself, to have healthy interpersonal relationships, to learn how to communicate effectively, to learn how to get along with people that you may not normally be able to get along with. It's making yourself your center, all of those personal development things, working on a mindset, being resilient, thinking in, positive, healthy ways, So think about how you want to feel within your own mind, within your own body, and how that looks for you, you know? And then now you have really created your blueprint because the only reason why we want things in life is because we think that we are going to feel a certain type of way when we get it. When I have the money, I'm going to feel accomplished. When I have the marriage, I'm going to feel lovable. When I have this house in this neighborhood, I'm going to feel safe. When I have this level of understanding, I'm going to feel competent. Whatever it is, what we're really chasing is the feeling that we think we're going to get when we get XYZ. That's why in the manifestation community, we talk about the feeling is the secret. How is this going to make you feel? Right? Same thing for just in general with personal development or just on any, journey that you're on. We're doing it because we think it's going to make us feel a certain type of way. So, how you feel should really be the blueprint for how you choose to then design your life. So, really get clear on what do I want my life to feel like? Okay. The third is step into your authenticity. So now that we know how you want to feel and we've let go of any past things that make us feel unworthy or unlovable, we've forgiven ourselves, we've forgiven the other people, we've let go of the past, and now we're clear on how we feel. Now it's time to step into your authenticity. Okay? It's time to let go of how you think your life is supposed to look, right? We have to get rid of shouldas and supposed tos in order to activate and awaken your authenticity. And what I mean by authenticity is just who you are, what you like, what you don't like, the shadow part of you, the light part of you, just who you are. What makes you happy? What makes you sad? What brings you joy? What makes you cry? What your preferences are, what your quirks are, just you at your core. All of you. That's being authentic. This is just me. And we want you to step into that authenticity. So using the mental prompt, or you could even journal on this because journaling on this could also be a great way to prep yourself for um, creating a vision board because this is what we're going to get into next. But using the mental prompt or as a journal prompt, I release and let go of any external expectation of who I'm supposed to be. And I step into the version of myself that I know that I'm meant to be. And this is what it looks and feels like. So you can journal on that, you can think about that. And again, I'll repeat that. It's I release and let go of any external expectation of who I'm supposed to be. And I step into the version of myself that I know that I'm meant to be. And this is what it looks and feels like. Okay. I will have all of these and slides available for free. Just check the links down below in the description box and in the show notes, and you can get these slides for free. If you're just listening to the audio of this and you want to see the webinar or the workshop or the information itself, whatever you want to call this, just watch us on Spotify or on YouTube and you can follow along with me. Okay. But that is the mental prompt and journal prompt that I want you to have. And then from that place, create a vision board using pictures and images and words and phrases and affirmations that represent each aspect of your life that you really want to work on or you want to call in or you want to change. Because sometimes, there's four aspects of your life that's going great. And then maybe there's like three or two or four that you really want to change. So maybe the ones that are going great, you don't have to maybe do a vision board on that because they're good. And you can do the vision board for the things that you want to call in or experience or elevate. Or you could do everything. It's really up to you. But you want to use pictures and images, words and phrases and affirmations that when you see them, when you read them, it invokes that feeling of, oh, yes, this is my life. Oh, yes, this is what is meant for me. I see myself in this. I feel this. Yes, this is me. This is my dream life. I am now that girl, right? Make sure it lights you up and it puts a fire in you and it inspires you. And then when you have this visual representation, because the reason why we're using the vision board to tap into our authenticity is so that you can actually see what it is you truly want. Because remember, like the last step we talked about, I could say, I want to wake up and feel purposeful. That could look very different. On somebody's vision board, that could look like being a mom and really showing up for her kids and, being that mom, just has it all together and she's there and she's present and that's her purpose. She feels very purposeful. For somebody else, it could look like being a CEO. They're going to, their corporate job and they feel purposeful because they're running their teams and their business is going good. For somebody else, that could look like being, a boss babe entrepreneur. They're going to a coffee shop and they're working on their laptop, but they're killing it, right? And they have their own business. And for them, that's their purpose. For somebody else, it could look like volunteering. Maybe they're really into philanthropy or helping animals or doing charity, and that's really their purpose, right? For me, it could look like doing my podcast, making sure that I am sharing. I hope, it is my intention, valuable information for other people to live more joyful lives. To me, that's such in my purpose. So it looks different what I want to wake up and feel purposeful looks different. I want to wake up and I want to feel safe in my home. It may look different. For some people, it's waking up in a huge mansion. For some people, it's waking up in an RV. Some people are just like, they live in a van and they love it. Some people, it's waking up in, a really cool high rise apartment complex. I want to feel loved in my relationship. That can look so different for anybody. So that's what I mean by stepping into your authenticity. You don't have to just be what TikTok says a dream life is. You don't have to be what that girl on Instagram looks like, or what social media, or your family. What your family says your life is supposed to look like doesn't have to be what it looks like for you. What the media tells us, what religion tells us, what society tells us. I want you to let all of that go. That's why we did the prompt of, I now let go of external expectation. And external expectation is Your mom in your ear, your dad in your ear, your friends are in your ear, your siblings are in your ear, Instagram is in your ear, YouTube is in your ear, TikTok is in your ear, magazines, TV shows, culture, religion, society. You just have to quiet all that noise and get clear on, well, what does a joyful life look for me? If I want to feel happy in my life, what does happiness look like for me? Because my happiness might not look like your happiness. And that's why it's authenticity, because it's authentic to you. What does your happiness look like? Like for me, a Friday night, I would be a happy smitten kitten, just doing a skincare routine, eating some chocolate chip cookies, watching my shows, and I'm happy. I'm good. That is a peaceful, happy night. I'm joyful. I'm good. I'm set. But for somebody else, they could be like, oh my God, that's so boring. It's Friday. You got to go out, go to dinner, go to a club, go to a party. Like you have to go out. And for them, that's their happiness. To me, I would be like, oh my God, that's a headache. So it's learning, what is that dream life for you? What does being that girl or that guy feel like and look like for you? Because I want you to remember that at the end of the day, you are the authority on you, and you are the author of your life, and you get to decide what that feels like and what it looks like. So we're going to get very, very comfortable with letting the opinions of other people go in one ear and out the other. Okay. So now that you have this visual representation, you can print it, you can use a screensaver, you can make it your phone home screen, you can frame it. I do all of this. I have some of my vision boards are framed. They're definitely my phone home screen. They're on my laptop, print them out. I have some of them out in my journals as well. So as I'm journaling, I can see the visual representation of my life as well. And you can also visualize it prior to meditating, visualizing and remember, you want to be in it. So if you're dreaming of a dream car, you're in the car. Your dream home, you're in the house. Your dream career, you're at the front of the board. See yourself in it. That's the difference between wishing, thinking of something, oh, that's a nice car, versus visualizing and manifesting and living in the end. Oh, I am driving my dream car. I'm in it. So when you visualize, see yourself doing the things that you want to be doing. Okay. And right after this, we will be back with some more insights. Ready to unlock your true potential and manifest the life of your dreams? Then I've got something super special just for you. Our mind-blowing self-love and manifestation courses. Picture this: a journey of self-discovery where you'll find a deep well of self-love and acceptance. Say goodbye to self-doubt and hello to unshakable confidence. Our courses are designed to help you embrace your worthiness and tap into the incredible power of self-love. But that's not all. We'll also dive deep into the transformative world of manifestations. You'll learn proven tools and techniques and strategies to align your thoughts, beliefs, and actions with your wildest dreams. So get ready to create the success, happiness, love, and abundance that you deserve. So what are you waiting for? Head over to candywashington.com/courses to get started. Again, that's candywashington.com/courses. All right. So now let's move on to step number 4, which is becoming her or him now. Because, like I said, we are not putting off for another second being happy, being fulfilled, feeling accomplished, and loving ourselves and stepping into our that girl dream life era. So I want you to take daily inspired action. So think about the small things that you can start doing today that reflects you being that girl and that reflects you being in your dream life era, that makes you feel like you are the person or the version of yourself that is already living your dream life. This could look like, going to a Pilates class. If right now you can't get to a class or if you can't afford a class, maybe do classes on YouTube. Start a skincare routine if you want, if you really just want to have time to just take care of yourself, if you want it to just be your own self care time, start a skincare routine. If personal development and self growth is really important to you, start going to therapy or listening to, sleep affirmations or podcasts on self development. If you want to go on your dream vacation or you want to have some great experience, whatever that is. Some people like to go skydiving or glamping or um whatever it is, whatever excursion you want to do, open a savings account. Even if you only put in $5 or $100 or $500 or $1,000, wherever you are, start, and name the savings account, Belize vacation or, skydiving fund, whatever it is. Start that today. Go on manifestation walks, if you want to have a say that girl version of you is married and you're currently single. When you go out for your walks or a nice jog, listen to podcasts on healthy relationships. Prepare your mind, prepare yourself. So when you do meet that guy or you do meet that girl that's right for you, you're already prepared. You have the communication tools, you have the mindset tools and the emotional maturity to enter into a healthy relationship. And that sets you up to be an energetic match for somebody who is also in a healthy place in their life. So prepare yourself. If you if you if you're that girl era is living in your dream home or your dream apartment or your dream condo, start looking on Zillow now as if you're really looking for your new place. Put in everything that you want, you know, 5 bedrooms, 20 baths, 100 rooms, I don't know, cellar, whatever it is. You know what I mean? Whatever it is that your heart's desire, start shopping for it online now as if you really are. Start preparing, know what your house is going to look like, start decorating it with a Pinterest board. Think about what are the things that you can do today that puts you in the feeling mode of, I am the version of me that is living my dream life now. I am that girl. I am that guy. And that is going to boost your confidence. It's going to boost your where you are energetically, and it's just going to really put you in that mindset and energetic field of, I'm that girl. you know You've already started to become her. You've already started to become him. Start a business social media account, even if you don't have a business yet. Like it feels like an LLC or whatever it is. Say you want to start baking, start an Instagram account, Sally Bakes, and just start posting pictures of you baking, whether or not it's a full business or not. Say you want to start doing coaching or consulting or whatever it is, open up a TikTok account and start posting things on that. Even before you have the quote business, make a space for it in your life, because that's really what these little things are. They're just making space for it. Sometimes it could be you want to be, you do kind of want that TikTok life where, you go to Pilates and you go to Starbucks and whatever it is. And that's totally fine too. Or maybe you want a slower life where going to Starbucks in the morning, you just take your time. Start going to Starbucks, start making, or you want to have smoothies at home and you want to start being super healthy. Well, then start making your smoothies at home. you know, Create this space and then do something, inspired action that is in alignment with being that girl, that is in alignment with you living your dream life and whatever that is, because that could look so different for so many people. Remember, it's your authentic dream life. Not everybody wants mansions. Not everybody wants private jets and yachts. Those are great. If you want them, those are great. Put them on your vision board. See yourself doing it. Go shop for a yacht. Go look at private jets if that's what you want. That is fine. Because remember, there's no judgment here. Whatever your dream life looks like, it's okay. It is okay. Whatever it looks like. If you want to, quit your 9 to 5 and move to a farm, that's beautiful. That's beautiful too. It's just whatever it looks like for you. But start today. Start doing small things and then do a little bit bigger things and then a little bit bigger things. Sometimes the small things is even saying no to someone. Someone that something that you've always said yes to that you really don't want to do because you know that girl version of you has confidence. That girl version of you has boundaries. That girl version of you honors her time and her space and her energy. So she only says yes when she means it. So sometimes a radical act is just saying, no, thank you. Start where you can and start where you're at and then build and build and build. So that's the action part. The second part of that is cultivate a loving mental lifestyle. This is the most important. Be mindful of your self talk. Talk to yourself. Speak to yourself as someone that you love, honor, and respect. You know, if you catch yourself talking bad about yourself, putting yourself down, don't berate yourself, don't criticize yourself. Just say, okay, well, you know what? That thought has no power here. I love you, Candy. Everything's okay. What else are we gonna think about now? You know, just neutralize it. That thought has no power here. If you're thinking, oh, I'm too old, I'm too fat, I'm too broke, I'm too this, I'm so stupid, I never get it right, nothing works out for me. Of course, that's happened, blah, 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 blah. Like, whatever it is, if you find yourself thinking those thoughts, don't criticize yourself. Don't judge yourself. Don't berate yourself. Neutralize it. Oh, okay. Well, that thought has no power here. I forgive you, Candy, for thinking those thoughts. You're enough. You're worthy. I love you. Everything is okay. What else do we want to think about? What is my next thought going to be? Thank you that that thought is now gone. Whatever it is, just neutralize it. Don't give it power to reinfect your mind, right? So be really mindful to cultivate a loving mental lifestyle with yourself. And then also to take this up a notch, think the thoughts of the version of you that you are becoming. What would that girl version of you think? What would that guy version of you think if you were already living your dream life? This is not being delusional. I don't buy the whole be Delulu camp. No. I think we are going to be very sane, sound, rational beings, but we're operating with intention and we're operating with the power of our subconscious mind, right? So when we are thinking thoughts as if we are already living our dream life, we're not breaking from reality. We're not being in a delusional state. Instead, we are intentionally, consciously creating the thoughts that are reflective of the life that we are creating with intentionality for ourselves. So we're not being delusional, we're not breaking from reality. We're very clear that this is something that we are intentionally choosing to do to call in our life. What I mean by that, say you don't feel good, or you have an illness, or you just don't feel good in your body and you're working on your health. Instead of saying, oh, I hate my body, I need to lose 10 pounds, or oh, I'm so sick all the time, or oh, I need to get some curves, or oh, I need some Botox, or whatever it is. Instead of saying all that, speak to yourself as if you are the version of yourself you want to be. I love my body. I love my healthy body. I love how strong I am. I love how sexy I am. I love how confident I am in my own skin. Even if that's not the truth of what you see in the mirror, even if that's not of the truth of how you currently feel, we're not being delusional. We're being intentional. I want you to intentionally start speaking the life that you want into yourself now. I love my healthy body. I love my sexy body. I love my nose. I love myself. I look exactly the way I want to look. I am confident in myself, whatever it is, right? Say you want to improve your finances. That girl version of you, she's financially abundant. She has more than enough money for everything she wants and needs. She's not worried about the bank account. She's good. You know, even if that's not the case, even if you are a little worried about your bank account, even if you want more financial, more money to flow in, I want you to start saying, my bank account is always overflowing with money. Anytime you buy something, oh, there's more where that came from. Every penny I spend comes back to me a hundredfold. Wow, how did I get so rich? How did I get so wealthy? I love having all of this money. I love being so supported by money. I love that money is always here whenever I want or need it. It feels so good to be free. It feels so good to be financially abundant. Start speaking it into your life. Eliminate words like that's too expensive or I have to budget. Say things like I'm getting in alignment to I'm getting I'm getting my money in alignment to call that in or whatever however you want to do it or you know what, I'll buy that another day or I'm going to put that on my list. So you feel as if you can afford it. That's nothing's too expensive for you, that you don't have to budget, you don't have to sacrifice to get something, you know? And again, we're not being delusional. We're not really breaking away from reality. We are intentionally choosing to use the power of our subconscious mind to call in what we want. Because the more that you just repeat and focus on what you have, then the more that is just going to show up for you. Because your thoughts, your dominant thoughts, are self fulfilling prophecies. So we're literally intentionally using our subconscious mind to become that girl and to bring your dream life into reality. Because what you tell your subconscious mind and what impresses on it, your mind will find ways to prove you right. So it's going to look for opportunities to prove, oh, you know what? You do have a healthy body. You know what? You are sexy. You know what? Money is always here to support you. Because no matter what, your mind says yes. No matter what, the universe or whatever you want to call it says yes. So if you say, I don't have enough, it says yes. If you say, I do have enough, it says yes. It's not checking to see what's real or what's not real. It's simply listening to whatever you tell it. The answer is always yes. The trick is telling it what you want to actually experience versus telling it what you don't want to experience. So it's not about being positive or negative or high vibe. It's not about any of that. It's just about, am I thinking thoughts about things that I want, or am I thinking thoughts about things that I don't want? That's really all it is. It's not negative or positive. It's whether you're thinking about what you want or what you don't want. Okay? You can say, like, say you don't like your current living situation. Maybe you're living in an apartment or you're living at your parents' or whatever the case is, and you want your own space. You want your own home. You can say, I feel so safe living in my dream home. I love all the independence I have living by myself. Wow, I love that my place is decorated exactly how I like it. I love the freedom to come and go as I please in my own place, whatever it is. Say you're manifesting or calling in, or that dream girl version of you is married and you're currently single or you're just dating, right? Say to yourself, I have the most amazing husband. I'm experiencing the most loving, committed, amazing, happy, fulfilled relationship of my life. Speak that into your life, okay? That's really what you want to do. So that's how you become him or her now, through your actual action and also through your mind, your mindsets, your thoughts. Cultivate a loving mental lifestyle that reflects someone who loves themselves and is rooted in the thoughts of the version of you who already is living the life that you desire. Okay. Number 5 is give yourself permission to be flexible and expand. Okay. So now that you've given yourself permission to be happy, joyful, loved, abundant, authentic, and the main character of your life, all on your own terms, now it is time to give yourself permission to grow, expand, change, and be flexible with your journey. If something no longer feels right to you, so say you do this exercise and you really want to work a corporate job, but a month from now, 3 months, 6 months, a year, 5 years from now, it no longer feels right, it is okay to let it go. It is okay to choose something else or choose a different way. It doesn't mean that you failed. It just means that your soul is craving something else, and that's okay. Sometimes we get caught up with saying, I'm going to be this when I grow up, or I'm going to have this car, I'm going to have this house, I'm going to have this career, I'm going to have this husband, I'm going to have this body, I'm going to have this lifestyle. And maybe at one point that is what you really wanted, but it no longer serves you and you're no longer happy. Or maybe you've been trying to get something, you've been trying to get published, you've been trying to get your business off the ground, you've been trying to, you know, go up the corporate ladder, you've been trying to get pregnant, you've been trying to get married, you've been trying. But when you step back and you look at it, you realize, I don't actually want this anymore. I'm just afraid that if I stop trying, it will mean that I'm a failure. And that is not true. As human beings, we are allowed to want something one day and to no longer want it the next. And it does not mean you're not good enough. It does not mean you failed. It simply means you want something different now. So allow yourself to have the flexibility to expand and to change course and to choose differently for yourself without it meaning something bad about you. And the way you do this is to frequently check in with yourself to ensure that the vision of your dream life is still in alignment with the life that you are wanting to live. You know, sometimes we want the big house in our 20s, but maybe in our 40s, we just want to travel. Maybe in our 50s, you know, we want to get married to the love of our life, but in our 30s, we want to be single and have fun. What you want to do is just check in with yourself. Make sure that the life you are choosing is still the life that you want. Repeat these steps. Write a forgiveness letter to yourself and to others. Get clear on how you want your life to feel. And from the feeling state, get clear on how you want it to look. And from how it looks and how it feels, start to do the things that are in alignment with that life. Talk to yourself in a loving way as if you were already that person. Start doing small things and build to bigger and bigger things that are in alignment with being that person of you. And you can do this as often as you need to. Another powerful way to make sure you're living in alignment is to do a scripting exercise. You know, ask yourself, a day in my dream life looks and feels like dot dot dot, and script out what just a normal day in your dream life would be. It doesn't have to be this huge day where something magic happens. It just could be, if you were just living your dream life, what would a Tuesday look like? You know, if when you wake up, what does your house look like? What do you feel like? Where are you living? Who are you living with? What are you doing? How do you spend your day? Who do you spend your day with? How does it feel? And that will give you the blueprint for how to step into being that girl and that guy of your own dream life. Okay. And that will make it clear on what your authentic self is calling you towards. So if you're unclear of what a day in your dream life would be, just start to write. Just start to write. A day in my dream life would feel like this. Oh, well, then I think it would look like this. And that will give you clarity because your higher self always knows what it needs and what it wants. And when you give it the space and the opportunity to speak to you, whether it's through scripting or journaling or meditating, it will always guide you to the next level and to your next right move. Okay. So check in with yourself and give yourself permission to change your mind, to choose differently and to choose something else without it meaning anything bad about you. And here is our last but not least, our bonus. Celebrate the small wins and leverage gratitude. So, like I said, we're not waiting anymore. We're not waiting for anything or anyone to be happy, to celebrate, to feel accomplished. That goes for don't wait on your big thing to manifest or to come to pass. Don't wait on the ring or the job or the money or the house or the body. Celebrate yourself now. It's about radically accepting yourself for exactly who you are and exactly where you are, and knowing that that is enough. You're not too far behind. It's not too late for you. You haven't made too many mistakes. And there is nothing that you need to be, do, or get in order to be worthy of love, happiness, abundance, and your desires. So don't wait. Don't think that you need to wait for something in order to be lovable, in order to be worthy, in order to feel successful or to feel proud of yourself or to love yourself. We're not waiting for anything. Simply because you exist, you are enough. Practice daily gratitude. We're going to leverage the power of gratitude to love yourself and accept yourself and to partake in the joy and all of the abundance that's always around you and always available to you. So write a list of what you're grateful for, the big things, the small things, and the future things. I am grateful that millions of people enjoy my content on a daily basis. We have hundreds, we have thousands. We're going to get to the millions. Be thankful for that now. The big things and the small things, put them in there. And throughout your day, practice mental gratitude of saying thank you for when things go your way, for moments of abundance, and for moments when you're divinely protected. If something like, for example, if I'm driving and a car almost hits me, or I almost hit a car, or something weird happens, I don't get mad and go, oh my God, I can't believe that guy. He's such a jerk. How dare he almost sideswiped my car? I don't do that. I say, ooh, thank you for your protection. Thank you for your protection, right? Because those moments of when things could have gone wrong and they don't, that's life giving you the decision of, am I going to choose fear and anger and disappointment, or am I going to choose gratitude and give thanks for the protection that is over me? So seek out moments to be thankful, and those moments will start to seek you out. So there you have it. Those are my 5 steps on becoming that girl or that guy that you can start doing today, and especially into 2024. So give yourself permission to romanticize your life, get clear on how you want to feel, step into your authenticity, become her now, and give yourself permission to be flexible and expand. And of course, our bonus is celebrate the small wins, celebrate the journey now, and definitely leverage gratitude to live a happy and fulfilled life. And as always, if you need additional support, be sure to check out our self-love courses, our lifestyle design courses, our manifestation courses. Shop the Soft Life collection. Everything is linked down below, but also head to candywashington.com/courses for more. Be sure to subscribe, rate, and review the Soft Life podcast wherever you listen. That really helps us to grow the channel. And if you want the PDF version of this, there is a link down below that you can click to get the PDF version, or you can email us at assistant@candywashington.com, and we will definitely email you over the PDF version of this. So with that, thank you guys so much. And as always, take care of yourself and each other, and share this with someone who is ready to step into their that girl era. They're ready to step into their dream life era. Be sure to share this with someone. And yeah, that's it, you guys. All right. I love you guys. I'll talk to you next time. Bye. Welcome to The Soft Life with me, Candy Washington, where we explore all things self-love, manifestations, and relationships with a cheeky dash of pop culture news. So be sure to subscribe, share, and join us on Patreon.